I'm joined now by the political analyst, Professor Sethulego Matebesi, who joins me to take that conversation forward. Prof, I don't know about you. I'm totally confused by what is happening in Mangaung. 2 regional conferences, and now a situation where it seems the nomination packages from the branches have been locked up in some office and the official concerned can't be reached. And now the nominations are now having to be done from conference floor. What's your understanding of what's going on?
Hi, good afternoon, Simelan, and good afternoon to the viewers. What we are seeing happening in the Mangaung region, the birthplace of the African National Congress, is exactly what the ANC has been experiencing, infighting and all that. I was shedding tears yesterday after an interview with Moloko, having to meet the ANC provincial interim leaders, sharing some of the struggles that they've been encountering. But I can also attest to the residents of Mangaung are bearing the brunt of this, because this is exactly what is also playing out at local municipal level in terms of service delivery.
Yeah. In fact, at this point, is there any clarity as to what is the status of the Mangaung Metro? Because, you know, while we can be intrigued by all of this drama and the keys lost and people's phones being off and nomination packs not being available, there's actually visible impact on the ground in Mangaung. And I think a few months ago, it was even highlighted during the visit by the former president, Thabo Mbeki, to the region.
No, I mean, on a daily basis, I am very privileged because I drive past the metropolitan, the local council offices, where police have to guard officials. And it's unheard of with this high crime rate that we have in South Africa, that the police now have to pay attention to protect municipal officials. I mean, this is unacceptable. And I've never heard an organization more than a century old. They should be able to master the basics. Now, if you can't find an official, if you are on the 3rd day of an elective conference, but no due diligence have been paid to ensure that, I mean, the necessary documentations are available. What does this tell us about this glorious organization? For me, it is all about the chickens having come home to roost, and it is all about lack of accountability. You know, where comrades have been trying to protect one another and ill discipline have infiltrated the organization. Now it is very difficult to discipline those who do not want to toe the party line.
So in this situation, do you foresee the political gatherings, the 2 parallel political gatherings happening in Mangaung this weekend, as well as the mooted provincial conference of the ANC, leading to any kind of breaking of the political stalemate that seems to be there between the factions in time for the ANC's national conference in about 2.5 weeks' time?
No, not at all. The official statement from the ANC in the province is that the ANC is actually sanctioning the elective conference that have taken place at the Imvelo Lodge. So any other venue that is hosting any event in the name of the African National Congress will not be considered. And we know that the disgruntled grouping within the African National Congress have been meeting at a hotel here in Bloemfontein. But fact of the matter is, the court did make a pronouncement, but according to the disgruntled members, they will wait up until the court inform them as to why they came to that conclusion. But going forward, I cannot see after this weekend that there will ever be unity within this province. But some of the leaders of the interim provincial committee have also indicated that they've managed to persuade a few of the disgruntled members to say, let us try and find common ground and put the interest of the organization first. But as we all know, the ANC finds it at a moment in history where too many political leaders in the organization are fighting for their dear political careers. And people like that sometimes do not want to listen to alternative views because what they are accustomed to has always been to be in positions of power. And that has been the problem, I think, for me, the major problem of the African National Congress, not only in Mangaung, but in the Free State.
Yeah. How much is riding on this by way of credibility of the ANC processes? In that, the new membership system coupled with the new ways of managing the electoral processes of the ANC as spearheaded by the former president Kgalema Motlanthe have to a certain extent delivered in terms of the various provincial and regional conferences that have gone off with some contestation, but in the end they finally concluded the business of conference and produced leadership. And that was the trend until we reached this province being the Free State. So how much is at stake for the new systems that the ANC is trying to put in place as it heads to its conference in December?
No, one can't blame the new system of the African National Congress, but I want to briefly take you back what has been happening in this province since 2012. There's been contestations where the disgruntled members will take the African National Congress to court. But another factor also that links to your question, it's definitely that the center no longer holds. You do have an African National Congress who does not have a strong office of the Secretary General. I mean, the ANC lost its Deputy Secretary General. The ANC has suspended his full-time Secretary General, and there's been an ad hoc arrangement. And these are the matters that under normal circumstances, that office would have dealt before, the electoral committee of the African National Congress takes over. So I strongly believe that organizationally, there has been weaknesses that the African National Congress should have addressed by now. And perhaps this just opens up another avenue for disgruntled members to say, yes, we do have a point, even if the court has made a pronouncement. Look, they can't even find the documents that needs to verify who has been nominated.
Yeah. And lastly, we continue to talk about names once again. It used to be that you had Ace Magashule being the strong man of the Free State, and at varying points being challenged by other, aspirant strongmen of the province. Thabo Manyoni at some point being the challenger to Ace Magashule. And now we sit again with challenges by Thabo Manyoni to Xolisi Dukwana. Will that cycle ever be broken of strongman politics? Because it seems there's a bit of an element of that in the Free State.
Well, it will all depend how the African National Congress wants to determine the route that it wants to take after this elective conference. Because I think that elective conference will provide the African National Congress with a glorious opportunity to ensure that they maintain consequence management, they implement consequence management, because a very unfortunate, and this is not something that only relates to the African National Congress, it's when leaders do not understand when to say, now I had my chance, let me hand over to others and support others. That is the problem. Power mongers within the organization who wants to lead at all costs. And that's why from time to time, their names will appear when there is chaos.
Yeah. All right, I've got to thank you for your time and your insights here on eNCA. Professor Sethulego Matebesi there, weighing in on the goings-on in the Free State as the Mangaung Regional Conference of the ANC is ongoing. I tell you, these issues that we've been grappling with and teasing out and attacking from 360 degree and just going around and around the same issues. You could write reports and, I don't know, documents that would be larger than the Zondo Commission, 6 parts and multiple volumes because of the issues that have been happening in the ANC, especially the ANC in the Free State. Don't go anywhere, because in a moment we'll take you live to our team on the ground at the ANC's regional conference in Mangaung.